Alright guys, check out the Govee sconce lighting on the patio. It looks so sick. So sick. I guess I better get the tablet so we can like run through the patterns and like take a look. But dude, OMG, Becky, look at this.
Perfect.
Alright everybody, welcome to part 2 of the lithium-ion golf cart install, and as you can see here, it's been a bad day today, and actually it's my birthday and it started off badly. Welcome to part 2 of the golf cart lithium-ion conversion, and we are in Rich's truck because guess what? All my golf cart conversion parts, which are in the back here, in the back, and in the bed, got sent to the wrong address. So I have no clue how this happened, but I guess at one point in time I had ordered a hose for the BMW and it got shipped to my BMW repair shop. So yeah, now we're in this gnarly line for traffic and have to get back to work on my birthday, and then we will update you as we get updates. Let's go, people. Moving on. Alright guys, back in the garage with the lithium-ion conversion for the golf cart, and today we're going to try to get this motor and controller mounted on this plate here, so stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and get all of our parts laid out back here on the back of the golf cart, and right here we have our mounting plates for the battery, mounting hardware for the battery, bolt hardware, flange black, that must be also for the battery. This is the on-the-fly controller. We don't need that right now. That can go back here in the back. This is the gauge for the Eco battery charging system, or the voltage, whatever. We don't need that right now. This is the charge port. We don't need that right now. Wiring, we don't need. Solenoid. Don't know where that went. Solenoid is here. This is an empty box now. Can go away. There is the solenoid. Not sure what that's for. We'll have to watch the video. That either. AC motor adapter harness. Okay, we need that. This looks like the mounting plate for the controller, so we need that. This box is smarter than me at this point. And this looks like the hardware for mounting the plate. I don't know why there's two different pages. One is for, oh, that's Easy Go, that's Club Car. Okay, so now we gotta open up a video to see what to do next, but I think we can go ahead and remove the solenoid from the mount, from the motor plate. Not motor plate, controller plate. All right, the first step is done. The controller has already been removed from the plate, so that was step one. So we will, after that, move on to step two. Okay, so we need to remove this pink wire. It will later have a ring terminal on it, so that needs to come off. Go ahead and do that now. All right, so that is the second step done. Okay, the next step here is to remove the activation wire, so I'm going to go around to the other side of the cart for that. And your activation wires are blue right here on the solenoid. And blue with white. And I'm going to go ahead and label those now. Got my label maker here. I'm going to go ahead and print a cable wire out that says activation or activation, because this is out of labels. Got a new label pack installed. Let's go ahead and print. See if it works. That's perfect. Was that a wire label? Yep, it was. It puts more on the front so you can overlap it together. I'll show you guys that here in a sec. So sometimes it works out great with me, sometimes I do it wrong because it just takes a lot of like precise putting the label on. So the way this works is like this. I think. You go half. And if you stick it, it's broken, but it just goes just like that. And there is your activation wire done. Okay, next up we got to remove the solenoid, so we're going to take off the 1/2" bolts. More nuts. Right here. And we are actually going to be not needing this one because we are putting a ring connector on the one that goes there. And we're replacing this cable as well, I believe. Of course I dropped it. And where did it go? Right there. That one's already off. And there's a jumper between them. I'm not sure what that's for. I'm gonna put it back. I don't know what that is. And then your solenoid just slides out. Ah, our light just went off. Solenoid's supposed to slide out. May need to be hammered out. This solenoid is being stubborn, but I believe, yeah, just pops out just like that. And this is in All Right, is the brand, All Right, which is hilarious. All right, since we are converting this cart to AC, we do not need the onboard computer there. Backing up one step, we're actually going to remove the charging port. Now we need to take off the forward reverse switch. This one on the right, you don't have to take off completely. I did it anyway. These ones in the back have to be loosened up. Alright, those are loose. I could have left that one on the front right, front driver's side, loose, but I did remove it and put it in a plastic bag for safekeeping. So what we're basically going to be doing here is picking up the body and removing this plate. Just like that. So there's actually bolts holding on this bottom panel. They're big ones. I hope I have the right torques. This guy over here I had to drill out. Alright, I got the controller and solenoid plate completely out. This actually needs to be cleaned up and painted and stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and do that while I have it out. And now we can work on getting the charge port out, completely out. It's disconnected already. And now this is what's left. And it comes out. And that is it for the charge port. And the OBC is done. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and prep this motor plate. Alright guys, right in front of me we have the DeWalt DXV06PL-QT. That was sent to us to check out. I'll have a link down in the description where we got this from, and I'll put it on the screen right now as well. But we're going to take a look at this DeWalt right now because I need it outside in the studio. The studio is definitely messy because we're doing some electrical work in there, and it has foam in the walls, and that stuff goes everywhere when you cut it. And there is the beautiful DeWalt we'll be taking a look at today on Supercar Street Racing. Inside of the DeWalt box, we can see some cool things right on top. There is an attachment here, just like that. There is also this cool hose. And the DeWalt comes straight out of the box, like that. Very easily unboxed with plastic around it. And inside of the box, a couple of more attachments here. They're just extensions for this attachment here. What else came with the DeWalt? Let's see. Everything else is inside of it. So they did give you a lot of other cool options. There is a look at the filter that it uses. There is also a bag here, and we will be taking a look at how to actually install the bag. And that thing pinched my finger right here when I pulled this out. It got me good, so be careful. There's some wheels in here as well. Some cool little attachments. This thing is awesome. I'm so hyped. All the attachments are in there. The wheels should be self-explanatory. They just go directly in. Really cool looking. I love the black on yellow. They want you to screw the wheels on with these 4 screws right here that comes with it. So we'll have to get our drill out for that. All right, those are ready to go. There's a cartridge filter cleaning guide. Filter's already on. Position the bag so that it is distributed around the inside of the tank. Okay, I put the bag inside of there. It just said position it inside there. There's not much really in there that it says to do. And we have our accessories left. And our hose goes in like this. Alright, after doing a brief amount of reading, I'm an idiot, of course, and this is where everything goes. The only thing I did not figure out is what that's for. Your accessories all go in this bag, and then the bag can attach to the side of the actual unit. There is a little thing here to hold it right there. All right, let's walk over to see Rich and Patricia. Wow. That's impressive. You can't hear this vacuum cleaner at all, only from the suction. Nuts. I love this thing. Dude, the other vacuum cleaner will deafen you. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Supercar Street Racing, and today we have something a little bit different. You can see I shot all of this video on my Meta AI glasses, and I wanted to just see if I could use that both full screen and kind of in a little shrunk down nature, just to see how well it integrates with the videos. And I do see that the cropping is a little heavy when we have to pull in the video, but it still works out pretty good. And then we cut in some of the other video with it compressed over a background, just to see and experiment about how good the Meta AI glasses are from Oakley. And they did pretty good. They're the HSTN glasses. I will have a video coming out soon about those guys, so stay tuned for that. But meanwhile, we got this awesome DeWalt shop vac here. It is the 6-gallon wet dry vacuum cleaner, and it is very awesome. This is the DXV06PL, and this thing is so cool because it has a 6-gallon poly wet dry compartment in there. It has a hose strap on the side, a 4-horsepower motor that is probably the quietest shop vac I've ever heard. And I think that's what impressed me most about this, is that this guy has the quietest motor. It will not deafen you. The other shop vac, the Craftsman, you need earplugs because that thing is so loud when you turn it on. This thing is not. And you can see a guy vacuuming out the car right here, just like I was. And you can look right here, you can actually do a blower or a wet and dry vac, so it is actually 3-in-1. Check it out right here. It has a 1 7/8 diameter for all the tools that attach to it, a 6-gallon compartment there for you. Here's a good look at all of the features on the actual wet dry vac. There is a handle at the top. There's a hose strap at the side. It is a flexible rubber strap that you can connect the hose to kind of keep it around the vacuum cleaner. It does have a 4-horsepower motor. It is very powerful. I tested that on the Studio and in the Tesla Model S Plaid. It has a quick connect for the vacuum port there and a heavy-duty set of swiveling casters at the bottom, which you did see me install. Now here's a good look at everything that is included with your DeWalt 4-horsepower wet dry vacuum. You've got your attachments there on number 1, 2, 3, and 4. You've got your filter there on number 5. You've got a little bag to hold all your attachments there on number 6. Number 7 is the filter bag. Number 8 is the instruction manual. And then 9, 10, and 11, and 12 are your hoses and your bigger attachments and extensions there. And then you see the Fly DeWalt vacuum sitting right next to all the attachments. This thing has a 4.7-star review on Amazon, and you would expect that. DeWalt are the highest quality tools that you can actually buy, so you can't go wrong when you spend a little bit of extra money by buying DeWalt. It assures you that you have a quality product. I have all DeWalt tools now. All my power tools are DeWalt, except for a really old tiny little lithium screwdriver. Everything else is DeWalt. It says right here actually that DeWalt is reliable and durable. It's always quality assured and constructed with high quality materials, built tough to endure working environments. It does have convenient onboard storage for both the accessories and the power cord, and it is a compact and portable design, which is important when you're doing work around your house. And we want to invite you guys to check out our new Instagram presence, relatively new. We just started posting more on Instagram to our story about videos that we actually published. We're going to put a link in the description to our Instagram. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. And now we're also on TikTok. We are posting a lot on TikTok right now. Please check it out. We have already tons of videos. We have 20,000 followers and 2,847 likes already. Please check out my TikTok. It will be in the description as well. And then check out the Supercar Street Racing Facebook page is also up. I will link that in the description. Go ahead and follow me and like some of the comments. I will put everything that we do on the channel on all of our social media outlets for you guys. And we want to thank you guys, of course, for 214,000 subscribers.
We couldn't have done it without you. Please like and subscribe if you have not, and buy all of your Amazon products through our links in the description. It helps the channel out greatly. It gives us a few dollars here and there to stay in business because we don't make any money off the channel really. But we got to get out of here right now. We got to go to lunch. It is 10:30. It's time for lunch. I'm out of here. How's it going, guys? I'm Brad. This is Supercar Street Racing, and it is loud because I am right below the Dames Point Bridge. And if you feel like the Red Hot Chili Peppers right now, you're right, because this reminds you of that exact song, Under the Bridge. Check out this awesome shot right here behind me of the Dames Point Bridge in Jacksonville. Right there, Jacksport, right next to me on my right. To my left, all kinds of construction and gravel and all kinds of stuff going on. And yes, traffic directly above my head, probably hundreds of cars a minute going directly above me. Let's talk about 2 years with my Tesla Model S Plaid today on Supercar Street Racing. Let's go. Welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. It is loud because I am underneath the Dames Point Bridge and traffic is flowing directly above me, and that is so cool. I wanted to bring you guys this edition from under the bridge because I came here years ago with the car club to take pictures. It's just such a cool location. So here we are again on Supercar Street Racing. 2 years with the Tesla Model S Plaid, and the car has 4,000 miles on it. That's it, only 4,000 miles in 2 years, and I don't plan on putting that many more miles on it in the upcoming year as well. The car has one more year to be paid off. I think I owe about $38,000 on it, and it'll be fully paid off, at which time I will be getting a brand new car. You guys don't know about it yet, but it is coming in the next year. And we have planes flying overhead, we have cars flying overhead, everything we need to make an awesome video about the Model S Plaid. Now let's get going. I'm gonna tell you what I like and what I don't like and everything that's happened in the last 2 years with this Tesla. Now let's start right here up front with the wheels and tires. These are BC forged wheels, and they were special ordered and created just for me. Nobody else has this exact set. They were tooled and created just for me for Supercar Street Racing. I got to pick the color, the finish, and also the finish on the actual hardware, which would be the little bolts right there. These are actually 3-piece forged wheels. They are lighter than the Tesla stock wheels. I don't know about how much, but they are definitely lighter than the stock 21-inch wheels, which is awesome. I do have Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's wrapped around the BC forged wheels. Now the cool thing about the BC forged was BC forged actually sent me pictures of my wheels as they were being made, and they were in the CNC machine, which is pretty freaking cool. So I got to see the wheels, I got to see the stock before it went in the machine, I got to see all the drawings, and that was awesome. I loved it. The BC forged wheels have been great. I have made an effort not to mess them up in the past 2 years that I've had them, and I always keep this car in the garage, and I be very careful about curb rash, of course. These wheels were about $6,000 to get, and they take about 4 months to get. So if I damage one, 4 months, and I don't have a spare. Now moving on to the tires, I have had some problems with tires, but not on the front. I have had 2 flat tires. I ran over 2 different things in the road, both metal objects that flattened the same tire. It was the back passenger tire that went flat, and both times I had to get flat towed to the tire place. The second time, I have a nightmare story. They put the wrong tire on twice. They ordered the incorrect tire twice. They got me a Pilot Sport all season. Makes 0 sense whatsoever. Now right up front on the Tesla Model S Plaid up here, you can see a few modifications that I did right away. The lights are tinted with the satin wrap. The rest of the car is satin wrapped, and so are the front lights. It looks really cool. It gives them kind of a smoke clear look, but the whole entire car is PPF wrapped thanks to All Set Auto. They did the lights as well. And up front, right down here at the very bottom, we have the carbon fiber splitter. Looks awesome. It adds a great look to the car as well, makes it more sporty. We have the carbon fiber front V here with the black Tesla logo as well. All Set Auto gave me the black Tesla logo. I bought the rest of the stuff online. You can order your stuff online as well. RPM Tesla and some other places have exactly this stuff, and I'll put a link in the description for you guys to check it out. But that is all we have in the front right now, is just that carbon fiber. Somebody's coming. All right, moving along to the side of the Tesla now, we are looking at the camera covers here. Those are actually carbon fiber. They actually are matte carbon fiber, and they're made to match the carbon that's already on the car. The rear spoiler there is also matte carbon fiber, so you will see it matches it perfectly. They press on, it looks good. It adds some sport and flair to the already sporty Model S Plaid. All right, next up on the side of the Tesla Model S Plaid, you also can see that all of the windows are tinted, including the front window. All Set Auto also did that. But right here on the side, we have the carbon fiber mirrors. That was one of the first things I put on the car, and I think they look pretty cool. They definitely make the matte PPF wrap kind of offset a little bit, and it gives it a little bit of flair on the side and brings out the sportiness in the Model S Plaid, which it definitely needs more than it did from the factory. These carbon fiber mirrors are easy to put on, and they're just press on, and it's super simple, and they fit perfectly. There'll be links in the description for that as well. Right here on the side of the Model S Plaid, we have the Model S covers for the handles. All you do is press these directly on. It's super simple. They match all the other matte carbon fiber. The weave goes the same direction as the carbon fiber that comes stock with the Model S Plaid. They press directly on, and there is the handles as they pop out. Looks pretty cool, adds another sporty touch to the Model S. Back in the rear here, we see the other size of the BC Forged wheels, the wider size. The back does have 295/35 ZR21s on it, a little bit wider than stock, which is great. You need that for traction. Even the Model S Plaid can break traction in the dry sometimes on a non-prep surface. Moving towards the very rear, we have the Model S charging cover and tail light cover carbon fiber. Now this is super easy to put on. It lines up directly with your existing charging port, and on the other side your lights. You press it directly on. It does give your car quite a sporty look and feel. So buy these also from the link in the description. We'll put everything in there for you guys to get. These are the carbon fiber charge port and light covers, and you can buy those online. Guys, we are welcoming a new sponsor today to the channel. Olight contacted me and asked me if I was interested in checking out their Warrior Ultra 2500 lumen tactical flashlight, and I was so hyped because I'm gonna give this directly to Rich after I check it out for you guys. They have olive green, gray, and navy blue. And this thing is pretty cool. It has multiple settings, so you can do like a regular light mode, you can do a turbo light mode, or you can do a moonlight mode as well. It also has a proximity sensor, meaning when it gets close to something, it goes ahead and dims so it does not damage the flashlight or the object that you're getting close to. Now the Warrior Ultra does come with this cool charging cable. You can see it is red right now because it is charging. It literally just is magnetic. You stick it directly to the back and it does charge the flashlight. Now the flashlight does feel nice and heavy. It's got a great feel to it. It does not feel cheap at all, and you'll find that for the price, this is a quality flashlight. Now, as I said earlier, this has 2500 lumens. It does go up to 320 meters. It says also that it will last up to 55 days, which is awesome. Now it's got indicators also right here that show you the charging level, so you always know where it is. The button on the back is grippy and textured. It gives you secure grip even in the wet. And it does come with this awesome holster, very nice. There'll be a link in the description to both of these guys. Go ahead and buy it and tell them Supercar Street Racing sent you when you get your Warrior Ultra. We're out back on the Tesla Model S Plaid, and in the back, this is the stock factory carbon fiber wing. Directly from the factory, that's how it came. There is no other modifications to the back except it has been debadged. When I got the car, it had some cosmetic problems. Tesla fixed them. And when they asked me if I wanted the badge back on, I said, absolutely not. You can leave it off. I think it leaves a sporty feel to the car to not have the Tesla logo on the back. They did re-add the plaid badge, even though I thought about not doing it for a more stealth look. But the back of the car otherwise is completely stock. We did not wrap the taillights like we did the headlights. That's the back of the car, completely stock besides debadged. Now, of course, one side of the car is equal to the other side. There's nothing exciting on this side of the car to show you. It is exactly the same. So there's nothing on this side that's not on that side. Nothing to show you here. Let's move to the inside. I'll show you everything that was done inside. We're inside the Tesla Model S Plaid right now, and inside the car you can see the Model S sport seats. I bought these after the fact. They were retrofitted to the car. They cost about $6,200 to get put in, and I love them. They add a sporty feel to the car. They look much better than the stock sport seats, and if you're an aggressive driver, these have much more support. The bolsters are way firmer, and they keep your body way more into the car, and it feels like a sports car now. Before, it just felt like a regular Model S, and it looked like a regular Model S. Now I have the sport seats. Also inside the car, you can see right here, and I'll put some pictures up, we have the carbon fiber cover for the charging tray. It adds another perfectly matched matte carbon fiber look to the inside of the car, and I think it looks absolutely cool in the car. I'll put some pictures up right now of the current mileage on the car. As I am sitting and recording right now, it has 4,284 miles on it for 2 years worth of driving. I've only ever taken this car on one road trip, and that was to go get the camera that I bought about 3 weeks ago. Joe and I went down to Winter Garden, and we got that camera in this car. Other than that, the longest trip was buying it. I bought it down in Merritt Island and drove it right back to Jacksonville. So there's nothing else inside this car that's not 100% stock, just this carbon fiber here. Now let's talk about any problems I've had with the Model S. So far in 2 years, I have had to put the Model S into Tesla repair twice. Now the first time I had to put it into Tesla repair, it was for the charging port. The charging port would get stuck sometimes opening up. They had to go ahead and replace the entire thing. But here's the thing, they came to my house to do it on mobile repair, and the guy put the wrong charging port in. So they had to actually do it at the actual service center. They ordered the correct charging port and went ahead and replaced it with the right one. Now another time, my LTE service stopped working completely. Really odd. I could not get internet in the car, and then if I would reset the car, it maybe would come back, it maybe would not. So they went ahead and replaced the entire LTE modem in the car, and I guess that fixed it because it worked after that. Now the very last thing that ever happened just happened recently. Last week I had to put the car back in service because the GPS stopped working. Now it was working a little bit, but it was very spotty, and I did notice that when I would come to my house, it would not open the garage all the time. So when they replaced the entire GPS system and the car computer, everything worked great, and when I got home, the garage door opened like it was supposed to. So I guess that was the problem the whole time. That's the only time the car has been in the service department. It's been a total of 3 times. 2 of those times they tried to fix it at my house, 1 time they couldn't. And that's gonna do it for a 2-year wrap up with the Tesla Model S Plaid here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I want to thank you so much for 130,000 subscribers. Please like and comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Model S down in the comment section. My buddy David just bought a Model Y. We're going to be covering that on the channel, hopefully. Brand new Model Y, and I referred him for it, so I'm super hyped to get his Model Y coverage when he buys it. Stay tuned for that. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Always buy your products through our official product link, and click down below for anything you want to buy on Amazon. Go ahead and scoop it up from us. We get a few dollars, and it helps keep the channel going. It gives us just a few bucks to run the channel, and it means so much to us for your support. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. I got to get out of here. Hey, and welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. I'm so excited to have you guys back today in our brand new 4K production studio. Today, we're going to take a whole tour of this beautiful brand new facility and tell you what this is going to mean for the channel, because this was built specifically to enhance your experience with Supercar Street Racing. And you can see behind me here this beautiful editing rig set up and ready to go. So let's take a look at the Supercar Street Racing 4K production studio. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Supercar Street Racing here. You got Brad, and today is the day to give the formal studio tour. The studio is 98% done. I just have a couple of lighting things to do. So we are going to start here on the outside. So this is a lean-to building, and yes, the fence is crooked, not the building. The building is straight 100%. The fence goes on an angle, so there is a narrowing path right here. But starting on the outside here, we have the LG super quiet dual inverter air conditioner system, and that is the same unit that I have in my bedroom. It is a 10,000 BTU unit that runs on 110 volt AC, and you can see here I did frame around it and cut into the wall to mount the AC, then sealed up everything really nice around the air conditioner. The wiring inside, I will show you when we get inside. It is hidden completely, and that is how the studio is cooled. And in the wintertime, we will just have a small space heater. Now you can also see here on the outside, we have LED lighting installed all the way around the perimeter. It puts a nice downlight onto the studio. And I also did get gutters installed to move the water away from the door and away from the studio, as we had an issue where the concrete was not poured correctly and the water was running towards, so that will fix that. The door eventually will be replaced with a real door. Right now it's just a shed door, does not close very well, so that will be done in the future. And that is a look at the outside of this nice 150 something or 160 something square foot studio. And now we move into the interior. Guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing, and you are in the Supercar Street Racing 4K production studio, and we are going to give you guys a very quick tour of the studio and show you all the amazing features. And the studio is 99.9% done. And so let's start the tour, guys. On this side of the studio, when you enter, you will see the LG dual inverter super quiet air conditioning system. This is a 10,000 BTU unit. I have a review on my channel. I will post a link in the description to this guy. It is Wi-Fi controlled with the Q app. It is very awesome. It makes very little noise. You don't hear when the compressor kicks on whatsoever. This is how I'm cooling the studio. I did build it directly into the wall, sealed it really nicely, and then with my foam tile skills, I foam tiled all the way around it, and then the wiring actually goes right over here inside the wall and plugs in right there very nicely where you can't see it. I didn't want to do it inside the wall, so I did it on the external there. Moving to the right of the AC unit, we've got a wall plate here with a Cat 5 or Cat 6, whatever you want to call it, jack and an HDMI. That Cat 6 goes to the switch, and the HDMI cable goes up here to the Psyche or whatever you want to call it, 32-inch monitor. Now, we have the HDMI down there, so we are capable of plugging in anything to this guy and displaying it from either the corner of this desk or whatever you want to do, you can easily just plug right there, and there's power conveniently located there as well. So that is the Seiki 32-inch television / HD monitor with a 4K plugged into it. Now this is the only guy that doesn't have Ethernet. Now we can add Ethernet. I do have an Ethernet adapter for these Fire Sticks, so we might do that because I want all Ethernet, not Wi-Fi on my monitors. So yeah, so that is the first thing you see on the left. For reference, the door is right there. You walk in and look to your left, and the television is right there. Stepping back and looking towards the door, we have the Echo Show 15. You guys are familiar with this from my video review, and I will put a link to that video also in the description. Now this Echo Show 15, I did flush mount completely into the wall. I was able to nicely get that to flush all the way in by adding a cross support inside, and I wired it up inside the wall. You guys all know the Echo Show 15 does have the built-in Fire TV, and I have a very popular video about how to install Kodi on that. They have disabled a lot of the ability to do that, but we still have the beautiful Echo Show 15 right there. And right below that we have our smart switch for the outdoor lighting and our regular standard switch, because all these lights up here, which I will show you next, are smart. Moving up to the left of the Echo Show, we have a wall plate. In a wall, there are two of them. There's one over there as well. This is going to be for Govee lighting. The hexagon panels are going here. I have not purchased them yet, but I will be putting the Govee hexagon lighting right there. And moving back to the front, and obviously I forgot a few foam tiles up there, which I will have to get back to. Moving up to the front, we have a switch right there for Ethernet. It's a gigabit switch, and you can see all the active ports on it, and I will put a link in the description to that switch. Those Ethernet cables all run through the entire studio. And now I'm having an OCD attack because I literally forgot that I didn't finish these tiles, and hopefully I have enough to do it. I have like 5 or 6, but anyway, yeah, that part I completely forgot. So there's the Ethernet switch, guys. I hope you like that switch right there, Netgear, and there is a good look at that guy right there. Now you notice I did put the power in the wall as well, because right below the Netgear switch we have the Harbinger 12-inch powered studio monitors right here, and the input from those goes down to the receiver below. On the left side of the desk here, the editing desk, we have a HP all-in-one computer. Now this one is the one that I have a video on my channel for. I will put a link to this guy in the description. This is the one that we got for free and we refurbished, and you can see here it looks absolutely fantastic sitting on the corner of the desk. And I have a smart bulb lamp back here with a Govee smart bulb. So that sits on the left side of the desk with a stool, and then we have the Fire TV remote, and I put labels on the back of all these, and that fits right up there nicely. So that's the left side of the desk. Moving underneath the desk, you can see the editing rig sitting there nicely under there. You can see my wiring skills. I did all the cable management under the desk. And then you can see here how I did all the stuff inside the wall. We have a dual Cat 6 plate there. We've got RCA plates for the front speakers. Those go to the preamp output from the Marantz 1711. We then have our HDMI jacks that feed the monitors. So 2 HDMI jacks, those go, one goes to the Marantz, the other one goes directly to the back of the editing PC. We then have our 7.2 wall plate with all of the wiring running up through some tubing and going to the back of the Marantz NR1711. And then we have power. All I need to do is kind of tie that up a little bit. And yeah, so that should be good for underneath. And then over here, underneath the HP all-in-one, we have a Cat 6 jack, we have power, and we have HDMI over there running to that monitor in case anyone wants to monitor their systems. Moving up from the desk, we have our Amazon 4K 50-inch monitor. This editing PC, one via the Marantz receiver, one directly connected. And moving behind them, we have the Govee immersive lighting on the back and all of the wall plates. We do have Ethernet, HDMI, and then we have another HDMI plate running to the bottom down here so that anyone can connect their laptop or other device. I know it's hard to see here, but there is an HDMI plate here that says lower plate. It runs down behind here, and there will be a small desk here set up for a laptop as soon as I find one. Same with the second TV, or monitor, there is a wall plate down there, or actually behind it on HDMI running underneath the desk, which is very hard to see because it's dark. And that is the setup for the monitors on the editing rig. Moving to the sound, up above that monitor there, you can clearly see the center channel speaker. I will put a link in the description to these in-wall speakers. I chose to go with square because they're easier to cut the foam around than round. We have the center there. Don't forget our fronts are Harbinger powered monitors here. And we have our side surround there where the foam is coming off that I have to re-glue. And we have our rears there. Those are all the in-wall speakers completing the sound system here for the 7.2 surround sound for the audio rig. Okay, moving to the bass part of the sound system, we have the Polk PSW10, and that is from the house, and I got a brand new one in the house, so I will be showing you guys that at another point when we review it. So that is the sub for the sound system. I wanted to get something that would fit there, but it's not gonna happen. So this one will probably go somewhere like in the corner here or somewhere inconspicuous. I'm not 100% sure yet. It depends on what I do with a desk here. It actually could go way under here and be fine. So we will get to that when we get to it. But that is the sound system bass. And then above that, we have our refurbished thrift store Mac that may or may not stay in here. Moving to the corner, I originally had planned the subwoofer here, so we have our subwoofer wall plate there with RCA cables and power conveniently located. But for now, that is not possible because this is just too big, so I might move the sub underneath the desk over there where it's not in the way. And then moving to the rear, we have a futon with some nice pillows, and that is the rear along with this nice black coffee table that I refurbished myself. That is the rear of the studio for guests to hang out while I edit or to sleep in here. It's possible as well. And that's the rear, or sort of the side. If you're looking at the door here, you rotate around this way, there's the editing, and if you keep going to your right, there is the futon and coffee table. So if you come in the door and you immediately look to your right, we have up here in the corner another wall plate with receptacles for Govee hexagon lighting. We have our 43-inch Amazon TV here, which was not on, but I will show you guys that now. And for whatever reason, it affects both televisions. I don't know why that is the case. They're supposed to be locked to their own guy, but this one is affecting the one behind me, which is hilarious. When I pushed the home button, this guy went home too. So yeah, so this is a 44K Amazon TV monitor, and that has its own built-in, obviously, Fire TV system, and behind it, it is hardwire Ethernet to the switch up in the corner right there. And that completes this side of the room. If we look down here, we have a Cat 6 wall plate, so you can hook up here and chill and have wired Ethernet. If we look down here, we have Cat 6 and HDMI. HDMI feeds the second input to this monitor, and then you have power. So this is capable of also displaying up here, and that rounds off this side of the room. Guys, moving up to the top of the ceiling, we have the Govee canned recess lighting. It's actually just pucks lighting. It is smart lighting. There are 6 of these. There are 4 in the studio part here, and there are 2 behind the televisions up there, and they are all smart controlled. Alexa, set the studio switch lighting to blue. Alexa, set the studio switch lighting to 5%. Alexa, set the studio switch lights to red. Guys, there we have the Govee puck lighting, and I will have a link in the description to these. They can be synced with the Govee immersive lighting behind the television, or they can run independently, and I have them set in different groups, so these can come on separately and do some backlighting there. And that is rounding off the amazing lighting at the Supercar Street Racing Studio. Guys, that's going to wrap up a tour of the Supercar Street Racing Studio. I'm so glad you guys decided to join us today, and I hope you like the studio, and we will see you next time on the channel, hopefully with some more exciting things your way. Kitty, I'm trying to watch UFC. Why are you blocking the screen? Can't you just get out of the way? Why are you so anti-UFC and boxing? Why? Hey guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing, and we are taking a look at my old 15-year-old racing videos. This is part 2 of a I don't know how many part series until we get through all of them. So let's take a look today on Supercar Street Racing. Guys, welcome back to part 2 of me reacting to my 15-year-old racing videos on YouTube. Now, all of these videos were shot with my single turbo Supra, 1990 3.5 hardtop Supra with a single turbo that made anywhere from 600 to the wheels to almost 815 to the wheels. And I think we got some bangers today because I have a few of them already pulled up for you. So let's start with this one. So this one says Street Racing, bolt-on Ford Cobra, and it doesn't even make sense what it says, which is hilarious. It says bolt-on Ford Cobra and even compete with 67mm single turbo Supra. I guess I have to fix that. But let's take a look and see. And actually, this is my buddy Leo's car, and he was the guy on YouTube that had the car sounds with your mouth video that was really famous. But let's see. Oh, actually, no, this is Tony's Cobra. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I had to replace the music in this one. Let's see what happens here. So there's my old 67mm setup. And there's no audio because I had to remove the music. This is before YouTube started doing all the copyright stuff. But I spun hard on that one, it looks like. Interesting. Looks like we got a good start on this one against each other. Back in the day, those Cobras were pretty stout with just like pulleys and a tune and all that. Looks like I pulled them on that one pretty good. That's the Dames Point Bridge, I can tell already with those cables. So it looks like he pulls out a little bit on me, and I never get it back. And I missed 5th gear as well. I wish this had the audio. I remember it was really good, but YouTube said something about copyright, and I just had to replace everything. Yeah, the car would definitely, on the top end, it would usually get everybody, you know. So it looks like I pulled on it pretty good there. And I think that was it. I think John, my buddy John with the Evo, was actually recording this. And if we go back and look at this video again. So yeah, this car was making around 490 to 500 wheel horsepower, so not a slouch at all at the time. So I only had about 100 more wheel horsepower. I believe I was on pump gas at that time, but yeah, pretty interesting video. A lot of these Cobras back in the day wanted to run me. Now we have this next one that says old school chromed out Gixxer 750 versus 950 single turbo Supra. And I remember this one. So this bike was a Gixxer 750 SRAD. They're not anything crazy powerful, but I remember this. I actually had someone had a good camera for this race. So let's take a look and see if make sure there's no copyrighted music or anything on this guy. All right, so this next one I remember, and I had to start this over because it has some profanity in it, but this is actually a 750 SRAD, so not anything super fast. And I do remember we had a decent camera for this, but of course, downloading these videos from YouTube, the quality has come down quite a bit. But I just cut out like 30 seconds worth of solid curse words because I know I'll get nicked on the advertising revenue. But let's see what happens here when my 67mm Supra takes on this modded Gixxer 750 SRAD here. Make sure we stop it at the end in case there's profanity. Looks like we got 3 bikes tagging along here too. I don't remember this. There we go. So it looks like we're just going from a roll. I don't know what speed we're doing. Yeah, it was hard for a bike that wasn't at least a liter, you know, size to pull that car. So yeah, so just a little bit of a bike racing video there, which is pretty cool. Now this one, I remember this like, okay, so in Pasadena, I believe this was, my buddy lived in Pasadena, somewhere in LA, and this is my buddy's car and my car parked right next to each other. There was this turboed I think it was either I think it was a 350Z, and he actually called me out, and we both videotaped it, and then afterwards he talked a lot of smack about the race, saying that he beat me and all this other stuff. It was ridiculous. It wasn't even really a race, but let's check it out.
Come again. You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
This is actually my buddy's Supra.
Huh? You pooped in the refrigerator. Hold your dogs out!
Yeah, we probably can't even have that in there.
I need NOS. No. My car topped out at
No, this is just my buddy's Supra. This is not the guy with the, or maybe it is the guy with the 350 later on. This is my buddy's Supra with stop fuel and a single. Still pretty stout. Again, the video quality is absolutely terrible. Yeah, there's some cursing in this we're gonna have to go past. It's actually a 350Z. I don't know why I put 300ZX, mistake. Yeah, so I can't play this part because it's got tons of profanity, but this is my buddy racing the 350Z Turbo. And then me versus my buddy in his Supra. Stock fuel, I think he had like a 67 millimeter. Can't remember. I gave him the hit on this one. I'd say we're about 150 to 200 wheel horsepower difference. There we go again for round 2. I don't know what comes up at the end, but yeah, we're not going to go ahead and make that profanity happen. Alright, so this is a Trans Am. I'm trying to see. Yep, music was replaced on this one too. This is a pretty quick Trans Am running 150 shot, so yeah, all these videos I had to remove this had Du Hast on it. I remember this specifically, being upset about having to remove the audio. This car was pretty stout at the time. If you were around 500 wheel horsepower, you were doing good at that time. So here I think is the best race out of all of them. And I would pull on him on the top end for sure. I always had terrible tires. Never got good tires on that car. I suffered with just bad tires. I don't know why I did that. Had BF Goodrich, I think, comp TAs. This is my buddy's Evo 8. Me with no boost controller turned on. Probably was about 350 horsepower, the Evo. Not to the wheels, just I think straight up. Alright, so let's take a look at another one here. That was all I queued up, but alright, so this is actually a really good one. This is Tracy from SpeedFab, which is now closed. This is his Turbo Hayabusa on low boost in me. This is a banger.
When we were a motorized bicycle company,
right after the ad, we'll take a look at this. So this is a guy who did a lot of work on my car back in the day. This is Tracy from SpeedFab. I think he works at Stage 6 now. I don't know. I saw him on there the other day. But yeah, let's see what this is about.
The power of dreams.
Dang. You got shocks, pegs, lucky.
Nice Busa.
You ever take it off any sweet jumps?
You can barely see what's happening in this, but he just absolutely walks me. All you can really see is lights. And goodbye. It literally is just a bunch of blocks. You can't see anything. But that's him walking on me. And 170. Absolutely no chance of taking this.
You got like 3 feet of air that time.
Yeah, that's cool. Alright, I think we have time for one more. Let's see. Volkswagens can cheat emissions, but they can't cheat and beat a 800 horsepower Supra. Let's see what this is about. We're gonna go past all this because there's bound to be profanity in it. Okay, so let's go back to this so we can just see. Alright. Yep, so we were racing a GTI with upgraded turbos, fuel system, and the stock block at 22 pounds. And I had cams, 67mm turbo, and 850cc injector. Let's see. So this is me on low boost. can barely make out a Volkswagen there, huh? Obviously, that thing was no match for the Supra back in the day. Even though the video is horrible and you can't see anything. It really was bad in the beginning, honestly, even though this is a copy of a copy. And I think that's going to do it for part 2. Those are some interesting videos. I hope you enjoy watching them as much as I do. And then we're done with this. We'll reflect on my Kings of the Street video, which is actually really good. But guys, thanks so much for watching Supercar Street Racing. We will see you in the next one. Alright folks, today we're going to be working on this paddle shifter conversion. And we started this video the other day with kind of an unboxing and an overview of what's going to have to be done. But I'm going to go ahead and open these paddle shifters. There's the paddle shifter G paddles in these bags here. So basically, what you have here is, if nobody watched the first video, go back and watch it for kind of an explanation. But the older AMG cars didn't have paddles, they had buttons behind the steering wheel. So somebody really smart invented these G paddles, and they replaced the factory shift buttons. And they are still not going to make the transmission shift faster, obviously, but it's better than paddles. They're a lot easier to get to. So what you're going to need for that is the paddles. You're going to need a hair dryer. Reason being is that the factory shift buttons sit in a carriage. If you can imagine, like you know, a bolt going through a hole, and that hole is plastic, and to get the factory buttons out, you have to heat the factory buttons with a hair dryer. So you pop them out of the steering wheel, you heat them until they're all too hot to touch, and they become more pliable, and then you can take a little screwdriver and pop out the buttons. Now I haven't taken them out yet, but I'm about to do that and see exactly what I'm up against. Or, you see those tabs right there? You can just file one of those off on the factory buttons if you're never going to use the buttons again, and it makes your life way easier. They come right off. So I'm going to take a look now and see what that's going to be like and show you how to get the buttons out of the steering wheel. Got the top down for easier access and lighting. But if you look back here at the factory shift button, it's a housing that just pops out. So I am going to pop that right out, and then we'll take a look and see. I know the wire's not very long, so we're going to take a look and see exactly what we're looking at here once I get this housing out. Supposedly you can just pry it out with a little screwdriver on the edge there where you see the opening. Alright, so I used this small screwdriver in my jeweler's kit. At first I was kind of nervous because they weren't coming out easily. But if you take that screwdriver right there and you put it right on the corner there and you just pry towards the steering wheel like this, that way, they will pop out. And here's what you're looking at. So this is the part that breaks. Everybody breaks off. Where the paddle, where my finger is. Whoops, I was hitting the zoom button. Right there. Right on the corner. If I had two hands I could show you, but it's literally, let me grab the camera a little bit better, right there. So now apparently you can file that center section out and these buttons will pop right out, or you can heat it up and pry them out and hope you don't bust that little tab right there. If you do, you got to super glue it back together. You cannot buy these. Mercedes does not make them for a reason, so you have to buy the whole entire steering wheel. So I'm going to take a look at this off camera and figure out the best way to get this off. I think if you break that middle section off, you can squeeze this together easier. So I'm gonna give that a shot right now. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and break it. Okay, this is what I did, because I don't care about the existing paddles. I took this awesome set of little wire clippers that I have here, and I stuck them inside between the paddle and the housing, and I just kind of chewed the button up until the notch on this side fell through. So now that side is free, and as you can see, the paddle pops right out. Super easy. Now I'm going to attempt to put the G paddles in, and I will show you how I did that. I got my hair dryer here. I'm going to take this hair dryer and heat this up a lot till it's almost too hot to touch, so that the plastic becomes pliable, even though I may not need to now. I heard that they're a lot easier to get in than take out, but I'm going to go ahead and, as a precaution, I don't want to break this housing. So I'm going to heat this up really good right now. Got the other side out. I decided to do this so I could figure out which paddle goes on which side. You can see I did not damage the holes, but I did figure out a way to make this stronger. I don't have anything with me to do this, but a washer, a little metal washer glued to both sides would definitely make it so you would not break it, or you could repair it with that as well if you did break it. A little tiny metal washer or a ring of some kind glued right there would fix that problem for good, if you wanted to do that before you tried to pop the paddles in. I'm gonna see if I can figure out which side goes on which now. Alright, I got the first paddle installed. It was simple. I heated both of these. I literally held the gun up to the housing right there for a good 20 seconds, got it very hot, and then with my finger I just kind of bent this part right here outward and popped it right in. But it's got to be very hot. If you don't, you will crack that housing. Now the next thing is, a lot of people have trouble with that button being partially depressed when you insert this unit. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and I'll report back quickly. Just a little bit of clarification here. If you put this in there like this, put that side in its hole, very difficult to do with one hand, but if you put the one side in the hole, the other side, you stick your screwdriver in and kind of turn, it will move the housing outward enough for you to pry that button in. Right there. I'll show you once I get this one installed. Got both sides installed now. Let's see if I can hold this so I can show you. So with the screwdriver, if you can put it right in there and turn to the right, it will pry the housing out enough for you to slide that right in there. But heat that thing up really good. I put that thing on there for a good 30 seconds and got it very pliable. Once you do that, you're not going to break it. You just need to be careful. Now the key is, does this work or not? This point right here, some people, the button is partially depressed when you put this back in the wheel, and you have to take this out and file the bottom of this button down a little bit, which will be not fun because I don't think I have anything to do that with. I'm going to test it right now. Okay, I screwed this up, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistake I did. I had to take the paddle back out because right there, that tab right there was on the wrong side of the housing. It was on the back side right here, and the button couldn't press. Make sure that little tab is on the inside of the housing before you seat the carrier. Okay, I had to take it completely back off, so I had to heat it up, and now I have to put it back in without breaking it. Okay, lesson learned. It was so easy before because that notch wasn't in the right place. It's very difficult now because really the whole entire housing back here needs to be spread outward. So I'm going to see if I got some needle noses that I can spread this outward while I push the buttons in. Alright, I finally got the button in there without breaking the housing. As you can see there, they're in good shape. I don't know how I did it, honestly. I heated that thing up so hot it almost burned my hand with the hair dryer. So that's how hot you have to get it to make it pliable. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and install this right now. Wanted to get this part on video. I'm gonna go ahead and heat up this housing. I'm gonna hold it on there for a while. Get it very hot. Good and pliable. And I'll be right back. Okay, notice I got the second side installed with no problems. I heated it up a lot. I got one side in with my finger, and the other side I did with the screwdriver. I put the screwdriver right inside that little tab and turned it with the housing to come out enough, and it popped right in. Okay, I made a huge mistake on this one. I actually did break the button holder right there. I used professional car stereo installation tools, but that little black piece right there is broken off and nowhere to be found. So this button does not stay in now. It comes right out. So I have to figure out how to fix that. Chances are I'll have to stuff something in there to get it to stay, or put some silicone sealer, but the problem being that if I get any on this button here, then it's not going to work anymore. I don't even know if the buttons work yet. They feel kind of bound up, so I'm gonna have to test it right now. As you can see by this demonstration with the numbers on the screen, on the right hand side there, it does shift. So this button though is completely loose, so I got to figure out how to fix that. Out taking a drive. Buttons do work. I don't know why it wants to go from 4 to 1, but that's the behavior of the transmission, not the shift pedal conversion. Does shift. Seems to be working properly now. I got to get that other button fixed. So here's where it broke. Right on the end right there. That piece broke off. And it no longer will. You can clearly see it broken. And I don't think I have the piece. I'm going to try to find it in here, but it's probably gone. Okay, how I'm going to fix this after all is I'm going to get some silicone sealer. I'm going to put it right here on each side, a drop of it on each side, and then push it back in and let it dry. Alright, this is all finished. I got the button mounted back in there. I put some fast dry silicone sealer around that edge, verified that the buttons do still click. So this project is done, but I'm just going to warn you, I did everything possible when I took out this button. I used a professional installer tool, put it in the edge there, and if you push too far in there, you're going to break it off. So this one I did not. I used a small screwdriver to remove this one, so lesson learned. You might be better off trying a small screwdriver, a very tiny one, but I couldn't get it in there, get the button out with that. So I broke this one trying to pry it out. Doesn't matter, I'm going to get it glued back in and it's never going to come out again, so no big deal. That's going to wrap up this project, folks. I hope you like the AMG button to paddle shifter conversion, and please subscribe for the next video. Man, my new pool tile looks crazy cool. So stoked. Look at this, guys. Damn, son, I bet you can't wait to get... Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm giving another studio update today. And today we got a lot of work done in the studio, probably another 5 or 6 hours worth of work. So I kind of wanted to go over what I did and what I'm about to do. So I got the TV mounts fixed. So what I did is I spanned across these joists, or actually studs, and I made mounts for the TV that look just like that mount. And so basically on the outside of the foam insulation, the TV will mount directly to these boards, and they are bolted to these boards, and the TVs really don't weigh that much anyway now. So I've got like 4 screws in each one. That should be fine. I've got them bolted to the studs on the side. So I got that done today. I got more Ethernet run. So I made another run from the switch is going to be up here down to where I'm going to have an HDMI cable here running up to the 50-inch monitor and an Ethernet jack, so that you can actually plug in another computer here and feed this monitor. And I also ran Ethernet across here. It's actually down there right now. For the same thing on this side, it will basically be a Cat 6 cable and an HDMI port for that TV. So I have all that stuff now. I have all the stuff from Amazon to put that in. I actually connected power today. So I connected power there on that side to all the accessories that are getting power. I connected power over here as well, and also put the female plugs on for the speakers, the powered speakers. The Harbingers are going up here in the corner. You can see the power and the RCA cable for that. This has power in it. The ceiling has power now for the extra lights. And next I am going to be running this USB extension from down here up to that corner for our webcam that's going to be live in the studio. And that is a lot of work today. Got this HDMI also ran for the HDMI and Cat 5 jack down here that you'll be able to tie into this television if you want to. So yeah, got that all done today. It was quite a bit of work. You can see all my Cat 6 cables here for the switch. They're all labeled with numbers and then numbered on this end, and then I will label the actual boxes as I put them in. There's another HDMI and Cat 6 for that monitor to be tied into if somebody wants to park right here. And then there's lights up on the wall to feed sconces or LED type lights there. So I also just got the new Echo Show 15 in. I was waiting for the bracket so that I could make the wall mount for it. So here we have the bracket, and that is going to be how it mounts, just like that. So it will mount just like this, and the power will run right into the wall there, and then the foam will actually, this thing will be kind of flush mounted because the foam is 1 inch thick. So think about with the bracket on top of the foam, the bracket will be on top of the foam, and then I was thinking maybe doing it either way. I don't know if I should put the bracket in now and then cut the foam around the bracket. If I do this on top of the foam, then the actual acoustic foam tile will run up against the side of the show and kind of make it look flush. I'm going to do that, but that is the way that is going to be mounted, and there is power for that. So yeah, just a little update. Wanted to keep you guys posted, and I'm still making progress and busting my butt in here trying to get ready to put up. I guess I'm going to do either this foam insulation next or start on the ceiling. I kind of need 2 people to do the ceiling, so I'm holding off on that. But guys, I appreciate you keeping tuned into the video and checking out all the progress on the studio. It'll just take me probably another couple of weeks to get it done, and I'll keep you guys posted. And we're constantly streaming live on the channel as I work, so please tune in and like and subscribe. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Morning guys, we are out here in the Supercar Street Racing garage, which yesterday and the day before that I spent 2 entire days getting this guy ready for the next part of this project. Now taking a look around, you can see that in the last video we did get the floors and the walls stripped and painted black, and in the next part of this video we have some lighting upgrades. However, Before we do that, we got to get this car out of here. So let's get the Model S Plaid out of the garage. Right here in front of me, we do have the garage hexagon light kit to go ahead and get installed. We're going to get that unboxed now, take a look at what's inside, lay this all out, and then figure out how we're going to install it by myself, which we probably won't be able to. Now, this garage had a lead acid golf cart on it, and therefore there's acid on this carpet that will get into your skin. We have the official SCSR Smith & Wesson opener here to go ahead and take a look at this hexagon light kit. Not sponsored, was not free. I did look for somebody to sponsor, but they only wanted to give me 20% off, and it's not worth my time that it takes me to edit and install and all that for 20% off. Now let's look at the inner box. Does have steps. First, determine the position of installing. All right, I'm gonna take a look at the instructions and then we're gonna get this thing unboxed. Okay, I decided to go ahead and lay this out to get a feel for how big it is. It is a lot bigger than I thought. And one thing I am concerned about is my garage door. So this is supposed to be 190 inches on the sides. All right, I got my first light bar installed, and what I did was ran it right up against the side of the mount for the garage door track, and then it's going to come right straight across here, and all I have to do to keep it centered is make sure that I'm the same distance away from the wall over here when I mount my next corner. So I'll just measure from the wall to the hole, and then I'll duplicate it over here in the corner when I make the 90 degree, and that should make it square. And then I'll do the same thing all the way down. Okay, for my next step, I'm going to put the 90 degree connector on, but this has to be a T because we're going to power with this connector. So we are going to power right up here in the corner to keep it inconspicuous. So basically, we're going to put this like this, and then power will go into this plug here. So you just take this, and it's going to go just like this. All right, I got it all finished up. It's a little off on the back one. Probably needs to go out just a hair more, but I already drilled the hole and put the insert, so maybe that's for another day to adjust it, because it does take an insert to do it, and I may not be able to get one in there now. May have to do a nut and a bolt through the ceiling. We'll see though. Overall though, it's pretty straight. That took me about 3 hours to do. Okay, we are ready for the second part of this, and they want us to build these hexagons, and they want us to build half and half and then put them up on the ceiling. I don't know how I'm going to get that done, but I don't know how you measure it either. Okay, I did get the first half built of the hexagon lighting. They recommend you do it like this. Get this part up on the ceiling, and then from there, do the second half. So I'm gonna go ahead and build the second half now. And then my friend is coming over to help me put these up. We'll go ahead and secure them up into the ceiling at each corner probably, or in the middle maybe. I'm not sure yet, but we have to measure out and everything first and see how big the whole thing is together. All right, we are back in the garage here, and you can see it is a mess again, but check this out, guys. We have finished the hex lighting project. It came out pretty good, a lot of lessons learned from this. I only had one real issue, and that was with the garage door track. I couldn't put that tube in without notching out the garage door track, but I'll do that later. And then around the frame for the attic, I had to notch out the attic trim and run it right across there, but there's still plenty of room to get up there if anyone has to get up. But as you can see, this project is completely done and also wired. And I did put this on a smart switch, and now we'll be able to interface it with a garage door opener where it will come on when we come into the garage, or we can just say, Alexa, turn on the garage hex lights, and it will come on. You can see right here, smart switch is working great. And so this project is wrapped up. I did come up into the attic right over here with the power right up there in the corner. And anybody who's gonna put this together, this is about a 6-hour job. And I could just say this, it's definitely a 2 or 3 person job. 3 would be ideal. 2 can get by. We used 2 people and we still had issues. But yeah, guys, it came out awesome. I'm gonna take some pictures of this for the thumbnail and then wrap this up. And I hope you guys enjoyed yet another project. It was kind of frustrating, took me a really long time. And then next I have to do that side maybe one day. But for now, this is just for the Tesla. So guys, I hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one. Actual operating system and the waterproofness of this phone. So let's go ahead and take a look at this phone in a little bit closer way, and we'll start looking at some of the features.
Great. All this gear, and I still can't call for a ride.
Let's go ahead and get that guy opened right up. And inside it looks just like a normal phone. It's got a overlay on the top that we need to peel off, and it looks like volume buttons on the side here, and then a power button right there as well. And on this side, I do see a SIM tray right there, and this supposedly is your smart button, and it has instructions right here for putting in your SIM card. Also in the box, there is a user manual right here, and then underneath that, a warranty certificate. Then you have a nice orange USB cable and also a power brick right here to go ahead and charge it up. It is USB Type-C all the way through. There's the front camera right there you can see, and on the back you can clearly see the lights here and then the triple camera setup, and it looks like kind of a carbon fiber type back right here. And that's all there is to the unboxing of the WP58 Pro from Alcatel. Let's get this guy charged up and see what it can actually do. Okay, we're right in front of the WP58 Pro going through its setup right here, and then we're gonna do the almighty waterproof test on this guy. Now, unlike the other phone, this phone does not have a case on it. You can see the back of it here is just the camping light on both top and bottom, the triple camera system there, and it still says getting your phone ready. We're not going to copy any apps and data because we're only using this phone 1 or 2 times. I'm going to go ahead and sign in with this. All right, I went ahead and add Supercar Street Racing to the phone here. It's getting my account info. I have to go ahead and set a PIN, and I told it not to unlock with my face or a fingerprint. I told it not to back up my data and not to share myself with anybody nearby. This phone is just for testing. There we have it. We are at the top screen of the phone. We're going to need to add a few apps to this for testing later. Now this guy has an octa-core processor, a 64 megapixel camera, dual camping lights, and runs Android 15. We want to be on video though, so let's go to video, go to settings. It's on 1080p. I put it on 4K. Now let's recording. All right, let's see if this guy is actually waterproof. Let's go for it. It's underwater. You guys should be able to see me on the camera now. That's underneath the water. Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. I have a big update for you guys on the new Supercar Street Racing Studio. We are streaming live up there in the corner, right down there on the laptop right now, so please join the live stream if you're at all interested in what is going on. So here is the update. I have this much of the foam insulation done, and I just seam sealed the seams and caulked in the top. I was having trouble doing the corners with the seam tape, so I just went ahead and caulked it in because I'm better at that. And this is ready now for foam tiles. I was gonna paint it black. The paint doesn't stick at all to this plastic, but my worry was that if there's spaces in the foam that you would actually see it. So I might throw a quick roll of paint on here, but I'm not 100% sure. Like if the foam tiles contract at all and there's spaces between them, you would see white. So I might go ahead and touch up all this and go ahead and throw a coat of paint on all these before I start foam tiling. The goal with foam tiling now is to see if this is even going to work as a surface and how it looks. So my plan is to do that corner and this whole entire wall here and see how good I am at cutting around on outlets and things like that, because I have to actually cut the foam and then lay the faceplate maybe on top of the foam. I don't know yet. I got to see exactly how it looks with the tiles on. But yeah, the tiles are down here, and so they will start up there in the corner in one direction, and then they will start, sorry you weren't even watching, they will start up here in the corner and run all the way across with one pattern, and then on the second run we will come down with this pattern, and it should make it look good. What else have I done? So I also ran the extension cables for the webcam. So I have one 10-foot extension cable and one 5-foot extension cable running through the wall and down to where the computer is going to be, and the webcam is going to be up in that corner. And you can get on the live stream right now and see the webcam. It's right there on the left. So I did that. I also did more lights that are going to be switched. I originally only had one there and one there. I actually ran 2 more on each bank so that there will be 6 switched lights, and then we have 2 unswitched, one right there and one that'll be coming out of the ceiling over there. This is the part on this wall and this wall and this wall where we have to start worrying about cables behind the wall when we cover the wall, so we have to be measuring and ready to cut foam to get our cables out. So everything else, I framed up the Echo Show 15 mount, so that's the mount where it's going to be. I have the power ready for it here. That TV is ready to be mounted. I have the second TV mount on the TV inside. It's a older television that's going to be right here. It's a 32-inch. The 2 50-inch TVs go there, and they are in the living room waiting for the Govee immersive lighting to come in. I have one set coming in today for this TV. It's going to be a challenge because they're made for 50-inch TVs, but this is a 43, so I'm going to do a method that I saw online by raising the LED strips up every like half an inch to take up space. That goes there. These 2 have immersive LED. And then this one, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet because it's a 32. I want to try to do something cool with this one, but I don't know what it's going to be behind it yet. So that's our update for now. I will keep you guys posted as I go. Please join the live stream and let me know what you think. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. And I have a little update for you guys. I have been working super hard on the studio today. I put in 12 hours and I have done quite a bit. On this side of the room, all of the foam board insulation is done, so half the room is finished as far as the insulation goes, and that is also the wall covering. And then the sound deadening tiles are up on this wall and partially up on the ceiling. Just wanted to see what it looked like on the ceiling, but one pack did, I could have done probably most of this wall. I would have been short like maybe 10 tiles, but I got done with that wall plus a little bit of the ceiling. I got the air conditioner put in. I was super scared to do this because I had to cut a hole, and yes, I like it low. It doesn't take up any of my wall space at all. I love it down there. I got the LG just like in my bedroom. It's the dual inverter with the ThinQ. So it's a smart AC. And I'll show you guys on the outside what I did, but basically this is rock board. So I used a circular saw and I cut out the hole for the AC, and on the other side I framed it in. I also framed it underneath there to hold up the AC, but on the outside I framed it all in, sealed it all up nice. Then I took the foam insulation board ran it around the edges here and caulked everything in really nice. And then of course, this whole thing will be covered by foam insulation board, which is going to be fun trying to cut that out correctly, but I'll end up having to frame that as well because the edge, it'll be framed with these tiles. So the tiles are hit and miss. There's different colors, there's different shapes, and they're really hard to get correct, but I did end up getting it figured out. Excuse me, had the hiccups. So that is the update for today. Tomorrow, my plan is to continue this wall here. So I am going to attempt to cut this wall. Now, I don't know if I'm going to attempt to do that top part as well at the same time, or just make a cut and another cut. It's easier just to cut twice. And now that I know my jigsaw can do it with a dull blade, that's how you cut these foam boards. You grind all the teeth off of a jigsaw blade, and then you cut the foam tiles with that. I do have some challenges tomorrow though. I'm gonna have to watch out for a wall box I gotta put in there. I gotta make sure that I have things noted because I have to cut holes later. I've got that Ethernet and HDMI to worry about, that plug, and this double wall box. So I've never done a double wall box that's already recessed, and I'll of course have to bring out the switches with an extension, with those little extension things. I will have to worry about my Echo Show 15, which is going right there. I got to do that tomorrow. My goal tomorrow is to get at least this wall and this wall done. I can't do the ceiling until this wall is done because the ceiling is booted up against it right there. So yeah, that is my plan for tomorrow, and I will show you guys outside now what I did. So outside of the studio here, you can see it's all lit up nice, and I did the lighting when I built it. But I framed in the AC and it's sitting on favors. Just like that, it's fine. Frame that in. I'm waiting for all that to dry so then I can do the bottom board. But for right now, everything is nice and watertight just in case it rains. It's not watertight underneath, but it's not supposed to rain tonight. So tomorrow morning I will come out and put the bottom board on. I literally was waiting for these guys to dry before I did the bottom board. And the reason is I couldn't figure out how to prop everything up because I'm not screwing anything to the walls. I'm using caulk to put everything in. There's the rest of my foam insulation. So yeah, this AC unit, even with half of the insulation in the office, the AC unit today was able to get the room down to 60 degrees. It's a 10,000 BTU. I ordered a 9,500. They sent me a 10,000, so that's awesome. I got extra for free. This is an example of me cutting in the foam tiles around the outlets. I did it also behind the television. I cut in everything back there. I had the Govee immersive LEDs for this TV. They're not going to work out because you can clearly see them when you walk in the door right here. So unfortunately, that TV is not going to have immersive lighting. These two will. That one I haven't decided yet. That's only a 32-inch. So we got time to worry about that. But yeah, big, huge update. It is bedtime. I have to get to bed. I have been in here for 12 hours. I'm beat. I'm going to jump in the shower after I upload this video, and I'm going to get to bed. Guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hope you like the studio. Can't wait to do live stuff from in here. Super hyped. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow for another long day. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And we have a little update here on the SCSR studio. I worked in here literally all day today, so going on 12 hours now. but I've been out here in this studio, and let me show you what I got done. So the insulation for any wall that's not touching the house is done. So that means anything that touches the outside is completely done. There's the ceiling, there's the wall, and look what I got done today. I got the outlets for the wall LEDs flush mounted and extended, they're good. I got the HDMI and the network cable for this TV pulled up, and it's good to go. I got the Echo Show 15 flush mounted into the wall. Look at that goodness right there. And I got the power for the lights all flushed in there. I got this wall done, and the TV for this wall is going right here. There's a stud right where these screws are. That's where the TV mount is going to go. I got the network and HDMI that's going to connect to that TV pulled down there. I got everything seam taped off. Ceiling is done. I just have to seam tape this one right there, which I forgot, which I will do that tomorrow morning. And then I will start painting all this stuff black. I got the air conditioner fully enclosed, and the power cable is inside the wall, which will be a nightmare if it ever has to be replaced, but I've had my other one for 5 years, so fingers crossed we have no issues. So the next big challenge is this wall, which is a lot. There's a lot of connections here and power, and also we have to float, hang, fly, whatever it's called, fly these big huge Harbinger speakers in the corner so that they are angled down towards me. So tomorrow I'll probably work on that, getting the hooks driven into the wall and then bent this way. I have chains to hang them on. And that is it. A big day. We got a lot of stuff done. The tiles started falling down. I had to glue them back up. And this is what we're left with now. But yeah, the room is looking awesome. Don't forget to watch my live streams. Everything is on the live stream, so please tune into that every day. I am live streaming, and this wall will be up, but I ran out of foam, so I think I need 4 at least more foam pieces to get this wall done, and then I will be doing the nightmare of wiring this wall, which is going to be cray. There's power all along here, there's network there, and HDMI. All the speaker wires come to there. Hopefully I marked this correctly for the side surround. If I didn't, we have issues. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy day if I get this done tomorrow. I have been in here for probably 70 hours this week. But it is looking nice, and the AC is kicking. Now that the insulation is keeping all the heat out. Oh, I also have to seam seal that top right there, which I have not done. I will do that tomorrow. And yeah, alright guys, please watch the live stream. It's going right there. I have to fix our live camera, which is hanging down, but yeah. We will see you guys tomorrow. Hey everybody, quick update on the studio. This entire wall is tiled, as you can see. Let me turn some lights on here. This entire wall is tiled. I still have tiles falling off, so I am re-gluing them as they fall off. And I can see some right here that aren't exactly straight, but that's okay. You'll never get this stuff perfect. But this whole wall is done. There's me. Check it out, guys. All done. That's done. Completely done. I got the speaker wires pulled through for the surround sound. And then I got the second television mounted right there. Looks great. And so now I just have to do above that door, continue to this side, and then I got to do the ceiling. and that back wall, so I have probably a day's worth of work ahead of me. Actually, this half of the wall, the most difficult part was cutting around all these fixtures and stuff. Yeah, so everything's painted now. I just got to do this front wall, which is where the 250-inch screens are going, and I need to get all the acoustic tile up. And that's going to do it for today. I'll update you guys again tomorrow. Guys, welcome back to the channel for a Supercar Street Racing studio build update. And it is Sunday, and I am hard at work on the studio, and I want you guys to check it out because we are live there and up there. And what have I gotten done since the last update? So I have been working hard on the foam tiles. I made a mistake up there and started tiling, and of course when I ripped the tiles off, the paint came off with it. No big deal. Since yesterday though, I finished this entire wall. Probably have to replace this because it got some glue on it and you can really see it, but in the dark you don't see much. I finished this entire wall, and I finished this entire wall this morning except for the edge, because I'm going to foam that. I've got to put the foam insulation up on this front wall. This is the big wall with so many cuts. It's going to be able to get that done. I just finished this wall except for that little corner, and I ran out of spray glue. So I used 3 cans of spray glue on all this. So basically 3 walls, 3 cans. So it takes about a can per wall. There's some little mistakes here and there in the tile, but like I painted black in between like the whole wall, so when there's gaps in the tile you don't see the mistakes. Like there's one right there where you can see white through it where the paint came off. I just need to pull the tile up and re-glue it, but I'm out of glue. Now if this glue doesn't work for some reason, if it starts coming off, because there's been some, the first things I did, I spray glue on the actual tile, not the wall, and those have been peeling off slowly, and I didn't use a lot of glue. I stepped up my glue game, probably using 3 times as much on each tile, and I've been spraying the wall instead of the tile, and I think that's made a big difference. Like this is the wall I did yesterday and I haven't had any issues yet, but if they start coming off, I'm gonna step it up to like caulk, because that stuff will hold and it will not come off once it dries. I'll get the fast dry stuff and put some on the back and then just put them back up. This wall was tough. These walls are hard because it's an angle. It's a lean-to building, so it's not going to be perfect. And these tiles, there's absolutely no way to make them perfect. You just have to accept the imperfections. That TV is completely done now. So this is a 32-inch TV, and behind the TV you can see we have the USB. We have USB cable, HDMI, and a little splitter jack back there. So that one has all it needs for the future. And the HDMI jack actually runs from there down to there, so you can actually connect a workstation or laptop or anything, tablet, and you can project up there if you want to. Same with this. We got the USB network, and by the way, there is Cat 6 run to all these televisions. This guy doesn't have a Cat 6 jack. You could add it to the Fire Stick that's on this guy. This is an older television. This guy has a direct network connection that is actually plugged in, but up in the corner up there, I have not installed the switch yet. Once I put the switch in, then we will have a network, hardwired network to these televisions. Same with the 50-inchers up there. So guys, I have to make a run to Ace Hardware here in a few minutes and try to get some more spray glue. I think I'm gonna buy like 5 cans because I used 3. I've got this whole ceiling and this whole wall to do. So I think 5 cans will get me through it, I hope. And that's gonna do it for today's update. I'm gonna go ahead and upload this now and get to the hardware store and to brunch ASAP. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Supercar Street Racing, and here we have the 2014 Club Car Precedent. Today we're going to be doing our first mod. We're going to see what happens when we try this. If you take a look at these side skirts here. Someone thought it was a good idea to put a ugly chrome diamond plate side skirt on here. We're going to be taking these off, and maybe, I don't think we can take this off. This is actually part of the, I don't know why every single thing on a golf cart has to have a logo on it. That's ugly. It wraps all the way around here like this. Can't get the Ingersoll Rand off of there, but we're going to take these side skirts off and attempt to paint them matte black. I've got the paint up here on the table, and I got it from that orange store, Home Depot, and it is Fusion all-in-one. And I did pick up new screws for the steering wheel. However, I thought they were tapered like this, but they actually are not. The ones that are in there are just regular old screws. So I bought the wrong screws, and I don't currently have a vehicle to get back to the hardware store. But yeah, that's what's happening today. Supercar street racing. Alright guys, welcome back, and it looks like today there's a screw missing here, but I think our objective is to remove these 4 screws and take this off. The actual chrome plating is chipping off of this, but let's get the screwdriver out and get this guy off of there ASAP. The screwdriver is in the shed, but I have old reliable Black & Decker here, so this guy has never let me down. I've had the screwdriver for years and years. This screwdriver is really good. For a cheap Walmart screwdriver, it's a lithium-ion battery. It has come through many times. That screw won't come out. I think this just slips off now. I don't feel any screws on the side at all. Feels like it's loose. And there is an ugly skirt under it, and they have screwed holes in this as well, which makes this unusable now. So what we're gonna do now, right here, right now, is take the other side off. Moving to the other side. So the side skirts are the Ingersoll Rand side skirts. I can't even say it. And moving on to the next step, we will prep, but first we will clean what we have here. Okay, so I got the deglosser out here, and I went over these one time. I'm gonna go ahead and go over them again with deglosser. This basically takes off shine and helps the paint to stick. And these things are absolutely trashed. So I am either going to, if this doesn't look good after painting, then they are going to be replaced the original side skirts with the same ABS plastic ones. But yeah, this thing is, these are ready to be painted. I think I'm just gonna paint it right here. And yeah, I mean, try not to get overspray on my card. Maybe I'll throw like a sheet over it or something. But yeah, I'm gonna do that next. All right, ready to paint these things. It's actually pretty cold out here. It might take a while to dry. My yard guys got here. That would cause an absolute mess. I went ahead and brought the side skirts back inside the garage, and I got the heater out here because it's pretty cold. The only thing I don't have any black screws, so I don't know if I should paint these screws or what. I'll probably throw a little paint on the top of them. Maybe I could just like do a quick you know, like touch up of them when they're on the cart itself and kind of put a sheet around it so I don't get anything all over the cart. But yeah, so the first coat is on. I think it's sticking. Thought I saw a couple places where it might be bubbling, but the deglosser usually does pretty good. It's going to need multiple coats for sure. So I'll put 2 or 3 coats on this, probably 3, and we'll see what's happening. We'll let these dry for about 30 minutes. All right, out here ready for the second coat. First coat came out awesome. I do have the heater going in here. It feels nice. Let's do it. I'm going to go ahead and try to put them back on and see how they look. Right out here, and there is some abnormal wear on this passenger side tire in the front. I'm going to go ahead and rotate the tires, hopefully, if I can get that done. I think I have all the tools I need. and then we'll figure out what's causing the wear on this. It may be bushings is what someone was telling me, but we got to figure that out and replace whatever is shot. All right, so I rotated the tires and found some weirdness on the PSI. So this tire is, they're all over the place basically. This tire is at 32, the other one is at 17. I read online a good PSI is 20 PSI. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some air out of this one and air the other ones up. All right, everybody, we're out here, Rich and Trish, and we are decorating the cart for the annual golf cart parade. And we have probably one of the best carts, I would say. We have like passengers riding on the sides. We have the snowman and the Santa Claus. We have garland, we have balls, we have lights, a Christmas tree, which we haven't decided what we're gonna do with yet, but let me turn the lights off so you guys can actually see. And let's shut the door. And we get a good look at night.
And this is coming.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, it went off. Oh, it's got issues. And there it is at night. This thing looks crazy. Oh my God. This thing looks insane.
I love it.
Oh, the light came back on. It's so good.
Daylight last time. The guys are right behind me. We're gonna do the rest of the string lights. Hey there, we are starting the project again to do the rest of it. We ran out of daylight last time and everything that we have done has turned out great, looks amazing. So right now we're starting part 2 and we're gonna be getting set up here in just a minute. And tonight I will come back out and show you how it all looks, how great it is. It was really a fun project, not hard at all, especially with the great guys I had helping me. This is the part that we're going to be working on right above me there. That's where we let off last time. So anyway, it's been fun. Here we are again getting started with the project. The guys are right behind me. We're going to do the rest of the string lights. These things are amazing. There's even a do-it-yourself. You can change each individual light if you want to. That's what's so cool about it. But anyway, here we go. The guys are getting started over there and we're going to get the rest of this top part of the house done. all we've got left to do is that top part. And hopefully we're gonna have enough to finish. Not quite sure about that. I didn't tell my friends here that you really need to stick the sticky thing down for about 3 to 5 seconds to get it to hold good. And I didn't tell him that until way into the project, so he's never gonna let me hear the end of that one. I just realized that the camera went off before we finished. So I'm going to show you what all he did. All that. And then we came around this corner and did that part. And this is what, it wasn't enough to do the whole side, so we decided just to do that and see how it looks at night. Hey everybody, I am here in front of the Sister Car Street Racing compound viewing my new beautiful lights. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is what I've got set up for Halloween. I've got it on blue, purple, and green. Kind of a Beetlejuice type theme. I'm a weirdo, whatever. I'm going to show y'all some different things. This is what I did. I set up a DIY one on this, and that's what it looks like. If you go to that, you can see I've set it up to purple, blue, and green, 50% speed. Breath is the effect that I'm going for. It's not too fast, not too slow. It just kind of flashes between each color, and I just did this as my own. The normal Halloween colors were not showing up well on my house, so I'm going to show you some other different things. We're going to go back. Okay, this is where you can set it to your own custom color, kind of a yellow color. My house is red, so a lot of the colors don't show up as well as they would on a light colored house. It's kind of creepy. You can go up here to scenery. You have all different kinds of things. Willow, Glacier Express, speed, your own colors, whatever you can possibly think of. Let's try this. I haven't tried this one before, Dream. Okay, it is like a meteor. Let's try early spring. It takes it a second to change over. Let's try another one. Okay, this one's pretty cool. Kind of twinkling with blue and green colors. It's pretty awesome. Then we can go to life, which has trends, sports, meditation, dating. Okay, it's kind of a pink and red theme, I guess. Try sports. I guess you can set that to whatever color is your team. Let's go for a party mode. Oh yeah, that's my kind of vibe right there. Looks like a red, white, and blue party. I think we can change that to whatever we want, but I kind of like the red, white, and blue. It's kind of cool. See what work is. Some looks like white. You can heart this, or you can go to this little 3-dot thing and you can set the speed of it. So many options, I don't even know. Oh, festival, I like this one. Okay, you have all these different things. Christmas, Valentine's Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Forest, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Football Day. Wow. Let's see what Christmas looks like. Okay. Let's get some green. Oh, there's our, I don't know what color that is. Doesn't look like green, but we can change that if we want. Okay, for Christmas, it's doing all these colors. But if I wanted to, I could just delete any one of these right here. Just click on it, delete it. And then I can add whatever colors I want my Christmas to be. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's too cool. Okay, we're going for Valentine's Day. Kind of looks like the dating one. Like that. Let's see what Thanksgiving Day looks like. Okay, this is our colors for Thanksgiving Day. And you can do that speed however you want, if you want it to be faster or slower, or... Oh, Neon World. I love that. Well, kind of looks like it's about as fast. This is it, and I could go on and on all night, and I probably will stay out here for a while.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are taking a look at something that I really messed up on my ID4 installation, and that was my USB cable for the flash updates for the instrument cluster. Today we're going to be showing you how to install a flush mount USB the correct way, because let me show you what happened with this one. Yes, that's right. is directly in the trash can because, so I did this, and actually the paint came out terrible, so I would have had to sand this down anyway. So I did this thing, it didn't come out that great, it's got like issues and all that. Turn it around, you notice here, see this? There's absolutely no way you can push this back in. This thing blocks the panel completely. It sticks out like, you know, yay high. There's no way this is going in. So I ruined this trim piece. I ordered a new one off eBay. I got it. I painted it. It looks sick. It looks so good. And I already installed that right here. So there's the new piece. Now today we are going to be installing this USB extension cable here, and I decided this time to just go with round because it's stupid to do square, because then you have to use like a Dremel. With round, all you have to do is use, like, you know, the correct size bit or use one of these stepping bits. So I ordered this ComoWare bit off of Amazon and this USB cable off of Amazon. So the first thing I'm going to do now is get my trusty drill, and I am going to, I think I'm going to put the USB extension here. If it'll fit, I need to open that up and see if there's any space. If not, I'm going to do it in the actual dash piece, which I know sucks. But I'm going to pull this vent piece off underneath the steering wheel now and see how much space is back there, and then I'll figure it out after that, and I'll update you guys. Alright, so I couldn't get to the USB extension cable from there, but I did successfully manage to finally break every single tab off of this vent, so don't do what I did. I broke both of these tabs off. Right here. So now I'm going to use some like epoxy to get those two back in. No big deal. It's whatever. However, there's my light. So I decided I'm going to put this thing actually on this vent cover down here. There's plenty of room right here underneath this sound deadening. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put it right there. But to do that, I need to push the panel back up there and then drill from the bottom. So I'm going to do that now and let you guys know. But first, actually I'm going to test my USB extension cable. I have a firmware update for the ID4 that addresses an issue that I actually found, and that is it's draining my battery when it's off. So I'm going to do that now and test this USB extension. Got the USB extension cable plugged in, and I am going to try to update the firmware on my cluster here. Let me turn off all the stuff in the car. It's going to drain the battery. Everything's off. I'm going to go ahead and plug this into my, pardon me for a moment. I got the USB plugged into the extension cable. Let's see if it works. Software update. Okay. So it's going to take a few minutes. While it does that, I'm going to chill out and wait for this to finish. Alright, so I determined the best location for this. The only place that there's clearance is right over here in this corner. So it's going right there underneath the steering wheel, right in this corner there. Everything else, there's no way to do that, and I don't want to drill through my dash up here. Now, while this is updating, I'm going to go ahead and connect my battery tender. And if you guys don't have one of these, they're freaking awesome. Here's my battery tender junior. Right here. And of course on BMW, you can hook it to front. Otherwise, you know, BMW batteries in the trunk. So always hook up the battery part first before you plug in the actual battery tender. So lights on there is going to be red because the battery is going to be slightly drained. Yep. So it's going to be red for a while, then flash green, then go full green when the battery is charged, which usually takes 4 or 5 hours. So I'm still waiting for the software to update on this thing, and then I'll run the cable down to where it's going to be permanently and start drilling the hole. Software update just finished and the cluster rebooted. Got my variable step drill bit on here to drill for the USB mount. This comes also with it, but this is so ghetto, there's no way I'm using this for under the dash. Now the only issue now is I don't have a tightening tool for the drill. So hopefully I can get this tight enough where I can actually do this. I'm gonna try that now. Just started drilling my hole right here. It's gonna go right there. If focus would ever work. It's not big enough yet. I already tested the USB cable by feeding it through the hole. So I am going to drill that out just a little bit more and try that. All right, guys, got my hole drilled. It came out so good. Check that out. That's my new USB mount for the instrument cluster upgrades. Fed the wire down through the dash, got it right here. It's going to be connecting to this female here. I'm going to get that connected, tape it up with some electrical tape, put the vent back on, and then update you guys after that. All right, got the panel all put back on. There's my new USB extension interface for the instrument cluster. I'm going to go ahead and epoxy this vent back together that I broke. Put a few little, either epoxy or silicone sealer, it really doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. I'll probably epoxy it. It's just never coming off again. So gotta make sure that's what we want to do forever. I'll go ahead and do that now. All right, guys, I got my epoxy quick weld just on those two little tabs that I broke. No big deal. Got the inside wrapped up. I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing a good vacuum now while this quick weld dries. In 6 minutes, this stuff is ready to be put back on. All right, guys, just got done cleaning up all the tools, and this is what we did today. We now have a USB extension for the center console that doesn't break the trim anymore. So I will put a link to this in the description. Again, this can go anywhere. Probably would have been cool to put it in the center console, but honestly, this thing's gonna get used like once every 3 months, so I'm not super concerned about the location. Going to disconnect the battery tender and then see if my console gives a high battery drain again, because they did introduce a firmware update just for me to test whether I get high battery drain now. So I'm going to disconnect this, get this video all edited up, and I'll see you guys again really soon. Ladies and gentlemen, directly in front of me here, eWin reached out to see if I would be interested in checking out their ergonomic gaming chair. Now, this thing is supposed to be awesome. I'm really hyped to get this in my office and replace my regular chair. So today, we're going to be taking a look at this eWin ergonomic gaming chair. This thing looks pretty cool, man. Look at the box. It's very heavy. I feel like it's going to be a high quality product. It's one that I'm really looking forward to getting out of the box and checking out. Now, hopefully this is good enough to replace my old beat up office chair, and we can take that thing and set it directly on the curb. That would be my goal. So today, let's get this thing opened up and see what's inside of it. It's got to be something awesome, right? Let's do it today on Supercar Street Racing. Now, I don't know where I got this old chair from, but I've been using this in my office for a while. Right here in front of me, this office chair will hopefully be replaced today. So my goal is to get the eWin out of the box, directly out of the box right now, so we can go ahead and get this thing built and put over in the Supercar Street Racing office. But to get this out of the box, we have the trusted SCSR patented scissors. Let's go ahead and cut this box open. Ewin reached out and asked me if I would want to take a look at this. I said yes. Now, honestly, I've been running behind because I have so much happening with YouTube scheduling that I was late, so I owe them an apology for that. But we're gonna go ahead and do this right now because I can't wait to put this in my office. As soon as we open the box, we see crazy good packaging, which I always love to see that with these content creation videos. And this packaging looks so cool. Check it out, guys. Shows you all the features of the chair. Drop test, it passed. Stability test, backload test, overturning test, swivel test, mechanism test, vertical armrest, and packaging drop test. All done before the package got here. And over here, there are some funny little things that you're not supposed to do. Don't sit on the edge. Don't lift weights on it. Don't let somebody sit on your lap. Don't put your surfboard in it or a sword. It's a sword. Don't surf on it, and don't go crazy and use it for a vehicle. All that stuff is on the box. Pretty funny. At least I have a sense of humor, right? This box is very heavy, by the way. Now, we got a nice big poster with instructions on the back. I can read this. This is the only thing I can read. So we're gonna put that over here, just like that, while we go ahead and open up the rest of this. Now, right here is a nice fold, is just the chair. Let's get this in a position where we can actually build it. Okay, I decided to build this in the actual room in case it won't fit through the door. And thanks to our sponsor today, Teslong, we're going to be using their quick fix toolkit here to help us out with this build. All these cool tools will be assisting us, hopefully. Now I've got the assembly guide on the bed here. Let's continue. It says to remove these 4 screws. You can eat this later, or I'll give it to your mom when she comes over. Okay, next up, slide the backrest right down onto the bracket. Okay, I just finished building my eWin gaming chair. You can see it right here, looking so fresh and so fly. You can see right here, it also has a magnetic system, but we have to get this old chair out of here. That is the next step. We're getting this out and getting this one in. But to do that, we got to get this thing out to the street so someone can have it. I don't want it anymore. Big. Perfect. Thanks, eWin. Welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. My name is Brad. We're out here in the 4K production studio today, and it's looking so fresh and fly because we just added some cool lights back here from Lumery. But today's video is not about those lights. It's actually about a different kind of set of lights. Barina was so kind to reach out to Supercar Street Racing and see if we wanted to work with them on their shop light. Now, these shop lights are pretty cool. You mount them in your shop. They are linkable. You can put more than one in a line and they plug into each other. They sent us 4 of these and we're going to transform Rich's garage today. So hang out with us on Supercar Street Racing. Today on Supercar Street Racing, we have a very cool project lined up. Barina was so kind to reach out to us. They wanted to know if you guys would be interested in their shop lights, and I think you will find a use for these. So I told them I would love to work with them. Now, it won't work for my garage because I don't have enough power in my garage. My power is at the limit. Can't add them there, and I already have cool lights above the Tesla. I have those hexagonal lights out in the garage. But I did have an idea for Rich's house because Rich needs better lighting in his garage. So Barina was so kind, they sent us 4 of these awesome lights to check out. These lights are each 4 feet long, hanging up from your shop or on your ceiling if you want to mount them there. They are 5000 K color temperature. Now, what that means exactly is when you get into the 5000s, you're into more of a bluish color temperature. 3000 is more of a warm white, so that is kind of typical for indoor light. 2000-ish K are very warm white. These are going to be approaching the cool blue spectrum of color on their Kelvin rating. 800 reviews, and they have a solid 4.8 star rating. Now, I took a look at these lights already. They do have a pull string for them, but what I'm gonna do is I am gonna wire them up permanently in Rich's garage and also hide all the wiring. You're not gonna be able to see the link wiring going between the lights. I'm gonna do that up in the garage. They have a little keyhole mechanism for mounting the lights themselves as well. I'm going to use that on the ceiling of his garage and just use drywall inserts and the little screws that come with the insert. It also came with a bunch of mounting hardware. We're going to do a little unboxing of these next, but I wanted to go ahead and tell you about this whole project and what these lights are all about first. Now, you can hang these lights from a chain just like that picture shows right there. We're going to mount them directly to the ceiling. They are very light. I don't think you really even need drywall inserts. They'll probably stay up with just a screw into the drywall, like a drywall screw. No need probably for heavy duty mounting because they are LED, so there's not a lot of weight to them. They come in 1, 4, 6, and 10 packs. So depending on how many you need for your shop, you'll see that in a link in the description. These guys have a huge amount of output too. 10,000 lumens is pretty bright. 4 of these in Rich's garage is going to be absolutely awesome. Now, the power cord is 59 inches long. If you were wondering, that's how long you have between each light. But you can always put your own wiring in. You can either cut the plugs off and do whatever you want to that, or you can just run an extra extension cord between lights. Now, it says you can link up to 3. I'm going to try 4 and see what happens. I don't think it'll be a big deal. We'll see. This ad up here also says that they are lasting anywhere up to 50,000 hours of illumination. They do give you a ton of hardware to go ahead and mount your Barina lights, and I'll show you guys that when we do the actual unboxing here momentarily. Now, let's throw it inside to Brad. We'll get the unboxing done inside the house and show you guys what comes in the Barina lights. Guys, welcome back to the Supercar Street Racing dining room here, and I'm taking a look today at the Barina 4-foot shop light. Barina was so kind to send us 4 of these, and we're going to be installing them up in Rich's garage. I haven't gone over there and looked at it closely yet, so I don't have a definite plan, but I did order electrical wire to go ahead and install these the way that I think they should be installed. And I'm going to do it in a clean, nice way that they don't have in the actual manual or recommend to do, but I'm doing it a different way. Now, I already did crack open the box here of the Barina, and I have one open in the background. You probably already saw it, but I want to open this with you. So it just comes in a big cardboard box like this. It is well packaged, and enclosed in a nice plastic condom here. They give you a bunch of accessories right there with it. You cut the cardboard off the end here. It comes right off. Use the knife right there, it comes right off. And then the whole entire light, we don't need that really going, is enclosed in plastic. And the cool part about lights is they have a plug on the end, and they also have a plug female on the other end. My only complaint about these lights are that they're only 5 feet on the power cable. So if you have more than 5 feet between your lights, these will not reach to the next light. And that's how bright it is. It's incredibly bright. And it's 6500K, so it's the upper level of bluish white. Look how bright that is, guys. You can see it is. I have 4 of these. That's going to be insane in Rich's house. There is a pull string right here that turns it off and on. We are not going to be using that. I'll probably just leave it there or remove it somehow. You can also use chains to hang these if you want to. I'll open up this package in one moment. So basically you can use anchors or screws or anything you want to install these. Or look at that, it's shining through the table to the ground. Glass table. But you can see here there's a keyhole right here for the screws. So you basically put your screws in the ceiling the right length apart. You would slide the light either left or right to make the screw work there. Now they do give you all this extra hardware. They give you a bunch of hooks. They give you these type of ceiling hooks. They give you drywall inserts. Yeah, you can see we got all the hanging hooks. We got some drywall inserts. We got 2 screws. Those go into the key right here. I'm going to use these at Rich's house probably, or some long drywall screws. This is very light. It's not going to come off the ceiling. But that's a good look at the unboxing. Look how bright. The Barina shop light, 4 foot. Now all we have to do is get busy and install these. You guys just saw these awesome Barina lights being unboxed. We went through the whole box and checked out everything that came with them. They give you a lot of cool mounting options inside the box. The packaging is great. It's very solid. No complaints there at all. Now we have to figure out what to do next. Part of that involves ordering some other parts. Now we did order some Romex wire. We ordered some plugs because we're going to be cutting the wires on these and adding our own plugs on the end so we can extend and go up into the garage and not see these ugly wires on Rich's ceiling. So that stuff is on the way. Once that stuff gets here, we're going to throw it directly across the street to Rich's house to start this install. All right, what's up guys? We are out in Rich's garage right now, and you can see we have some portable AC units set up out here so we don't absolutely die. But we're about to start this project, and I just noticed up here, he has 2 different places where we can get power for the lights, and it would be switched. We can either do it there or there. This makes more sense because the lights will be in the center more than they will be back here. We're gonna go ahead and get set up for this, but we gotta figure out how to get the light. My plan is I bought my laser level. I'm just gonna lay it on the ground and point it upwards, and hopefully I can align it with this straight pegboard right here, and that will give me a line. And then all I have to do is measure from the side of the wall in order to line up the lights. So I got all my tools here. I've got the lights right over here ready to go. So I guess the first thing we need to do is start figuring out a position for these. On the back here, they have keyholes. So what we have to do is we have to measure between the keyholes for where our screws go, and at the same time, we have to keep it straight as well. So we'll have to pull a measuring tape from there. Really what I am going to do is use my measuring tape. These are 4 feet long. Kind of want them right here. Right in there will be perfect. I just have to make sure that I get the same distance. So I'm just gonna aim for 3 feet. I'm gonna go right there. Okay, we got 2 of the 4 lights installed. You can see right here. I did pretty good on the measurements. I know that I have to be 3 feet from that wall, and then I have to be 47 inches from the wall in front. So what I'm gonna do now is try to get my laser level. I use that a lot on this. I have it up on a shelf here. I don't know if I'll be able to do that up here. Hopefully I will. That was very helpful. All I did was measure the distance the line is from the wall on each side. And if it was the same, that means it's a straight line. And so let's go ahead and get this moved over. And then the second part of the equation is wiring, installing electrical boxes above them, each one, and then running Romex wire to this center light right here for power. So let's get everything moved over to the other side of the room. Okay, we just finished installing all 4 lights, and yes, those 2 will be underneath the garage door when the garage door is open, but there's not much I can do about that. There's not a lot of space to put lights under here, and there's no way really to do it when you have a garage door. I have the same issue at my house. After this, I'll be up in the hot attic. So that's the next step. I've got my tools. I'm just going to drill a small hole. Got my paddle saw here. I think 1/2 inch is plenty. Might even be able to get away with smaller than that and forcing the wire through the hole. I don't want to go too big. Perfect. Just like that. No. Oh.
These nuts. Got him! Got him!
Don't open. Dang, you almost ripped one of the lights off the wall. All right, I just got out of the attic where it was very hot. I finished all the wiring in the attic, and now I only have one thing left to do down here, and that is tie into the existing circuit here. I left a pigtail right here. All I have to do is cut that wire and put a little pigtail on there, and I'll be totally done. Let's get to work on that right now. All right, I was able to finish the whole entire project. I wrapped this up just now, tested everything, but I wanted to show you guys. So let's go ahead and close this. Now just the light that's on now is just the LiftMaster light, so not much light in here. But you can see all 4 of the lights there. If they want to, they can pull the chains off or cut them off. And then here is the finished product. And that is nice. It is very, very bright, and it is perfect for Rich and Trish now. They are gonna love this, I think. Now, the only thing is, of course, when you open the garage, these are blocked, so that's the way it looks, and then all you have to do now is just let them check it out. You ready to check it out, man?
Yeah, man.
All right, I'm gonna let you do the honors. All you have to do is your normal switch.
No more switch?
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow.
Good, man.
That's bright. Yeah, man. Woo. I'm gonna open the door so what it looks like.
It came out good,
I
man.
don't even need that one anymore right there.
I was gonna take this one out completely, but I just left it there. The little bulb one. Yeah.
You're all right. I mean,
Yeah, it is. Still even get light over here on your workbench and all that.
yeah.
Perfect, man.
Yeah, man.
Cool. Well,
good.
let Trish check it out sometime too. All right, cool. I'm gonna go get in the shower.
I don't blame you, man.
I'm sweaty.
Hell of a damn job.
You guys just witnessed the whole thing. We were across the street over at Rich's house. Rich was not there, but I went ahead and wired up and mounted his brand new lights. I lined them all up perfectly by measuring from each wall to make sure that they were lined up properly. And I went ahead and cut the plugs off of each one of them, and I ran all the wires in the attic. That way, when Rich turns on his regular light, all of these lights will come on, no problem whatsoever. They're really bright. I showed you that at night, how bright they get inside of Rich's garage. They're very convenient, very strong, and I highly recommend you pick some up from the link in the description. All right, now that we have taken a look at installing the Barina light, there's only one more thing left to do. Let's toss it over to me, Brad, and see where you guys can get these on Amazon from the link down in the description. Please like and subscribe. Buy everything from our product links. Hey, what's up guys? It's Supercar Street Racing once again. You got Brad here as usual, and we're in Studio B right now with a very cool project. I know you guys saw that. It was awesome. I went over to Rich's house directly across the street, and I did install 4 of the Barina hanging lights for him. I installed them directly on his ceiling, and then I wired them up so that when he flips the switch on, they do come directly on. It's really cool. It came out really good. They are super, super bright. Right in front of me, you can see the 6500K lights right here. That's what we got. They are 10,000 lumens each. So we have 40,000 lumens up inside of Rich's garage now. I love the fit and finish of the lights. All you have to do is plug them into each other in a daisy chain. If you can hide that wire up in the attic like I did, you can also do that to make it cleaner. Or you don't have to, you could clamp it up to your ceiling as well so it doesn't hang down. But yeah, go ahead and check out Barina and get yourself some of these very cool shop lights. I have a discount code for you guys. If you go to the link in the description, Supercar Street R is the code, and that will save you money on the Barina lights. Or you can click through my affiliate link on Amazon as well. I'll give you 2 options down in the description to buy yourself Barina lights. Now they do have more than one kind. Check it out. They have also ones with motion sensors, so that's kind of cool. When you walk in your garage, it would just come right on, or your shop if you wanted to put them in your shop. So go ahead and check out Barina. I'm going to leave a link. Thank you for liking and subscribing as well. We have over 200,000 subscribers, which is very awesome, but I do need more, so keep up the good work, guys. Keep on watching the videos and liking and subscribing, and we will see you guys next time on Supercar Street Racing. Aw, Bubba, you love Squirrel TV. Give your friend a hug.
Oh my goodness, he loves it.
So cute. Oh, that's so nice of you to pet your friend. And then he ran away from you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SCSR Compound Garage. And today we have a new sponsor for the channel. You can see sitting right here on top of the Model S Plaid, another tiny Model S Plaid. And then right next to it, our new sponsor, Chemical Guys. And Chemical